Alright, here we go.
People have gone so impatient for Nintendo Direct that fans have started buying YouTube ads demanding that Nintendo makes a Direct.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah.
Like, what if they don't have anything to say, though? Do you want Nintendo to fart in a mic? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, what's the purpose? Alright. Today, you guys might be wondering, well, why not aren't you continuing World of Horror? That's why you're playing it. I am. However, we also have to continue, or at least, get through one particular storyline that's happening in the background whilst we have Lance, becoming machine, basically. Alistair helping with that, Myron and Edmund trying to start Cobra up. In the middle of all of this, there's one person who's been trying to be a thief, I suppose. I mean, the Ill-Forgotten Games wasn't a really place for him to get anything. Arsene, where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Arsene-eyed Joe?
We're going to ignore that you even said that to me.
But yeah, where does Arsene come from?
He comes from out of the. He's not a native born of Spiral City.
Fucker,
He comes from a different country entirely.
Okay. What did Arsene do in his old country?
Well, he was supposed to be
Uh-huh.
a spy and whatnot, taken in by the government after his own family was stripped of most of their
Estate.
I say, possessions for the sake of the war effort. By the time Arsene got old enough to properly be used as an asset for said war, it was already concluded, and their side won.
Okay. So then, what motivates Arsene to come to Spiral City?
A chance to free himself away from the country that he was born to, and to create a new life for himself. Of course, as expected, you can't really unteach an old dog you can't teach new dog new tricks, because he still falls back to his old habits when he was being trained.
Okay. How has Arsene been enjoying Spiral City?
Well, considering his short encounters here and there and almost dying from time to time, he finds it exhilarating. Definitely beats dealing with the constant paranoia he felt back in his country.
Okay.
Being in this room right now in the Queen Caribia's castle not Queen Caribia's castle, in the Baron's castle, estate.
Yeah,
Does
Baron's estate.
mindful of his old life, his childhood before it all went downhill.
And a reminder was that Arsene was given this place to stay because Queen Caribia has a task in mind for Arsene if he wants to act all Robin Hood for her. Yeah, Arsene, you've been staying in the Baron's estate for about 2 days so far, as the official word is that the Baron wanted to gather as much information and to make sure everything was accurate before sending you out. As what they want from Arsene is mission critical. The Queen wants to secure, as far as you can understand, Arsene, more power not only in her district, but a form of power that can not be rivaled by anyone, even the Spire.
I can respect that.
So, you've been enjoying your lavish time here in the Baron's estate. You see that everyone fucking fears this man. Him just walking around is just enough to send even the smallest chills down your spine. But you can see that no one keeps even direct eye contact with him.
Walking on eggshells, I see.
Essentially. You've never seen the Baron either smile or even laugh. The one thing that's commendable about him, if anything, is that he seems to be a very good, shrewd businessman. That must be the reason why the Queen keeps him, because other than that, it's very hard for Arsene to see any redeemable qualities of this man. He's short, not literally short, like temper-wise. He has a short temper. He's rather impatient with anyone responding to him, and he's very condescending.
Quite. Well,
Yeah, it only
it's not
seems like
me
some of
judging.
these characteristics disappear when in the presence of, say, someone with some level of authority either equal or higher than. Then it seems like it's almost a superficial sort of charm.
Well, it's not like let's do such counters or how the man people self handles with business.
Well,
All
my
I'm here
point
to
of
do.
telling you all this is that Arsene would have noticed.
I know. Austin would have continued working on researching the spiral itself.
Can't give you that time because you don't really have enough time to do any of that. This is only like a small 2 day like hiccup. You're still in the third week of June, so this is the week when
When is the event going to happen for Austin?
the fourth week. Everyone's already in July. You're still in June. Your event happens in the end of June. We're the third week of June right now, and the Baron is going to hand you your task, which is that they've been able to pinpoint what building and where they've been hiding uh, the artifact that they're seeking. Before this information is given to you, though, the Baron summons you over to his quarters. And rather than the showcasey throne room, if you remember, that he had, this elaborate, multi-stepped throne room where each portion had different people standing there, and him at the very top of this really eccentric and overly unnecessary, gaudy throne.
Yeah.
Instead, he brings you to a more down to earth office that fits way more the business acumen of this man. In the office, there's nothing like imagine the interior like a more postmodern, black white sort of take. It has some of the eccentric statues that you would find in like Beetlejuice, for example.
I see that your taste also permeates into your business.
There's a actually if you actually notice the statues and go out your way, Arsene, you walk into the room, but you don't immediately take your step. Like, you don't immediately take a seat. You're rather more interested in some of the art that's hanging around in the room, and one of them is actually a portrait that seems to be a really curious one, as it has this blank face man or avatar, the figure is a humanoid. It has a white pearlescent body, but it seems to be trying to convey some sort of emotion in a blank black dropped canvas.
Can I roll intelligence to determine what it's trying to convey?
You can try to roll intelligence to gleamer a meaning behind the portrait. Sure, it's a wide portrait too, and
Yeah.
it's just
So
as yeah, it's just as
not
humor.
only I was gonna say, not only am I going to do that, but I'm also going to junction for this.
Remember, you
I am
summon your
very.
anima.
What was that?
You summon your anima to junction.
It's not like he doesn't know I'm an anima.
Go ahead
So
and
let's see.
narrate to us what your anima looks like and what the name of your anima is, Arsene.
Austin's anima is called Wayward Son. Although it looks like Razorbeak from Transformers, it's supposed to be more of a mechanical style, like eagle on his shoulder.
Something like Oriana, kind of like bird, like something like Oriana, where she's like gears and whatnot.
Something close to that. It
Okay.
just oozes technology off of this thing.
All right. Well,
So,
it's an abstract piece of artwork. 10.
oh, I didn't roll yet.
Yeah, no. DC's 10.
Okay, so force is intelligence,
Yep.
and then speed. Oh, thank you, Wayward Son, for that one.
Wayward Sun appears on your shoulder, the mechanical bird materializing first from the feet and then coming to fruition. As it comes into full like it comes into fluidity, it rolls the back of its head upward and looks down at the portrait with its left eye, which as its metal eye just kind of lasers in on the portrait for you. You notice the subtle details in the portrait, and because you've junctioned, you can see that the portrait has been painted with some special paint that you can actually see the barons in the background standing there menacingly. You realize the portrait's actually a self-portrait, but the artist was clever enough to be able to use paint that only an anima user can see. As you make this realization, the baron smiles and says, "So, enjoying the artwork?"
I do appreciate such a sophisticated way of hiding its true meaning. As simply put, it looks like some kind of abstract art, but in reality, he kind of like puts his not touching it, waves his hand in front of it. It's a self-portrait.
Very keen eye, Arsene. I hope that keen eye is going to be able to help you in your later expedition this evening.
Of course.
Arsene, you make your way over to the table, the desk where the Baron's sitting. You have the option to sit or stand or continue to look through the room. He does have an essential
Austin,
collection.
yeah, Austin's kind of like looking through all the stuff that he has. Really eccentric taste this guy has.
He has a room that's about 300 square feet. He's got space to put some statuettes. One of them represents the more Beetlejuice statue esque, where it has a monster's hand kind of coming up from the ground and three fingers jolting from the paw. And it looks like the fingers are more human, that it jets longer in joints that doesn't belong to the animal. It's supposed to be a lion's paw, but it has human fingers. Autonomy.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm. So about the details. What have you gotten?
Well, if you would join me over here, he opens a vanilla folder and displays several pictures.
Austin leans in to see.
Oh no, I'm assuming that you're in the other half of the office, kind of walking around.
Oh, yeah. So Austin would like reconvene with the Baron to look at the photos he just put down.
Okay. Going to take out some people that were made appearance before. We don't have all the detail. We have only the details of where. Where are you? Huh. You were here. I know you were here. Oh, here you are. Arsene, You notice the first portrait, the first picture is of a man. I don't have a better picture of him other than this image right now, so I'm just going to zoom in real close for the audience. It is a tall, dark-skinned man with white hair, wearing armor, and he seems to have several pictures of this man in different angles. But the most part, you understand this man seems to be rather fit and rather intimidating with his physique.
He picks up the picture. Do you mind if I take one for myself?
To identify the owner of the artifact that you'll be hunting down, yes. It comes to the Baron sits back and does the Gendo Akari pose while like sitting back in the chair he's in. He's not leaning in, he's just doing the hand Gendo Akari pose.
Yeah.
He goes,
Arsene tucks away the photo.
He goes, the Queen and her spy network had gotten information regarding the attack on the seventh diamond. We had personal investments there, and even one of our own men running the stage. I don't think you happen to know the late store owner, would you?
I'm afraid not. I was personally invested in going to the seventh diamond myself. I got to the city too late before the incident, of course.
It was a really nice establishment. I had bought some very nice watches and relics there myself. So, we've recovered some of the footage because most of their servers for their webcam for their security cameras are on the network. So, while the security cameras were destroyed in the physical, we still have the backups in our servers.
Right?
They pull out an image of the vanilla folder has several images, pictures in them, Danny. One of them you pull out and you notice it's a
You wanted a sandwich? Yeah. Mayonnaise, mustard. Mayonnaise, mustard. I'm doing it on purpose. I'm not putting it on. I'm just teasing you.
Yeah, but then you go with the mustard.
It's not going to be on.
They do it before.
Anyway, slice it in 4 pieces, right? Sorry about that, bro.
You're cool. There are several different pictures in the vanilla folder. One of them you pull up as you hear Arsene talk as he goes over the security footage is that they took a picture and they of the scene and of one of what the cameras caught, and it was this beautiful artifact that shines in this picture, and you can see that it is this beautiful, near perfect sphere of pure energy and light. Even Arsene, you have to admit, you've never seen such an elegant piece of jewelry before.
Arsene kind of taps his finger on it. Any idea what it's called?
Afraid not.
Seems to be.
Afraid not. The store owner didn't have a chance. The late store owner didn't have a chance to bring back the goods before the what's it called? The attack on the store. He was going. He was going to use the artifact to bring in more of an audience, which he did, but didn't know that they were going to cause that guy. He points at the photo of this man. There were also several other individuals at the facility, and you see a better picture of. Hold on. You were there. Huh? What the fuck? Oh, there you are. No. I was looking for this one particular character. You were there. I guess it's fine to show you that you were there. And these 3 need to be shown too. So there's a lot of people coming in. Get ready. Okay. Okay, you weren't supposed to be.
I see we have enthusiastic cosplayers, I see.
Okay, so the first layer, these were metahumans that attacked the facility. They killed some of our guards, but left as soon as the artifact was taken away by the people at the very bottom. There was a group of anima users that were there, but we identified this individual as Bad Moon Rising. He's a mercenary that works in the Caribbean district. He's a he goes by he works between us, the top dollars, and anyone who could afford his services really. So we'll have a word with him about what happened later. Otherwise, do you know anyone of this series of pictures?
Don't recognize the cosplayers, the enthusiastic role players. But these two points towards the ones below Black Moon, Bad Moon Rising.
Huh?
What's the deal with these two?
They were the ones who actually left with the artifact.
Oh,
As far as the final cameras could catch.
well then that makes it more interesting. That means likely they still have it.
And
Austin
likely
picks up
that
both.
they
Austin
might
pick.
be coming after you for the next piece if you so succeed to steal it from this man.
Austin then looks up back to the picture of the stone. So this artifact isn't a one of a kind. It's two of a kind.
We don't know exactly. If there's two pieces, then the queen wants one for herself.
What about the second one?
If there's a need to have all the pieces together for some reason, then the queen will have what the queen desires.
Austin takes both pictures of Myron and Edmund and puts them into his pocket. I'll investigate these two closely myself later on. No need to harass them right now. Let them believe that. Let them assume that whatever they have now is all they have. We have a walk to do.
Add an item to your inventory called what's it called? Yeah, Caribbean Mission Dossier. Yeah, Caribbean Mission Dossier. Yeah, that would include pictures.
Mission dossier.
Yeah, that would include pictures. The Caribbean Mission Dossier. I want to make sure I remember what district it came from, because there might be different places you work for. And this dossier, it's giving you the assumed location, the identities of the people you're going to be working against, fighting against. Nothing about their stats or anything, because there hasn't been any intel done for this. This was all as much as they could gather in such short time, because they were going to do it themselves, but that would take even longer. As the
Got it.
Seventh Diamond was destroyed, I think, a month ago, and they still haven't got a chance to talk to BMR about it.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's weird.
considering
Why
he
hasn't
works in
BMR?
the Caribbean.
Austin kind of looked up from that, like, wait, they're telling me that a man who walked literally here hasn't been interviewed yet?
BMR is a little difficult to track down at times. He might be on a different contract, but his nesting area is always Caribbean.
Wow. That's not for me or you to worry about. What we should be worrying about is the mission at hand.
The assumed location of the Ascari, I mean, I'm sorry, I couldn't resist myself. Is over here.
So this. Hmm. Hang on. I'm making mom's food. I'm
It's
making
it's
food.
it's
So
north of East Bay.
I'm sorry. You're telling me that I assumed that this was going to be in the province of Caribia, but you're taking me out of district.
Our enemies are working in Caribia, but we believe that their main base is outside of turf.
Um,
This blue does not indicate the Hammer District, rather that it is a story-specific location that only specific characters can reach at the moment. This is the
what?
assumed location of where the artifact is for you.
So the following handle this. What is the parameters of this mission, Baron?
Okay.
Aside from obviously collecting the artifacts.
We want you to collect the artifact. If need be, I'll dispose of. If you can turn the owner into an ally, a loyal one, we may have use. Otherwise, you can dispose of him if necessary.
I find it's easier to take out the snakes before they. Well, I find it easier to take out floats before they become a snake in grass. I'll
We,
likely be doing this.
we will provide you a rare relic to aid you in combat assistance, as you don't exactly seem to be the part to defend yourself too much against these metahumans.
No. I do
And
request just to
finally,
have.
oh, hold on. You will also get a care package that will provide you with some, what's it called? HP, like healing, and two anima spheres to be given to you.
Only experience?
Correct, anima spheres.
What is that?
You haven't had them yet. He takes one out from the. He takes
I,
one out from his drawer and shows you the perfectly blue sphere contained in a metal container that's see-through. This.
you didn't tell me it was an anima spiel. I would have assumed it was a sapphire.
All you need to do is crush it in your hand, and you can regenerate your anima power.
Huh. How convenient.
You'll be given two of
Truly,
them.
this
Hmm?
truly this town is full of wonder and such oddities.
You'll be given two of them. And would you prefer us give you a bulletproof vest, or would you be fine without one?
Would it slow down Arsene?
Mm, I'd say in terms of initiative, yeah, it'd give you two negative initiative, but not in terms of movement.
I will take it. You never know when I can use the defense flaw.
Okay. Well, they give you the reason why it gives you the debuff, unlike the other ones that other people have worn before, is because this one is this bulletproof vest is made of finer quality, designed on to encompass not only the chest and back, but also provide some lower waist defense. So it's a full body, almost like a full.
Kind of like what Big Smoke was wearing at the end of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yeah, like a full size. It makes it hard to conceal though.
We'll sing something this ages ago. Yes, it's been a while actually. Brings back neutral memories.
So so the defense that you get stacks on top of your normal defense too. If at any point it breaks, like through both of your defenses, the bulletproof is the vest is considered broken because it took so much damage in one kinetic hit. And I'm saying it overwhelms both your native defense and the vest's defense. Here you go. I'm going to send it to you on Discord so you have the profile for it. Add it to your character sheet.
Again, like, I'm just working on this stuff.
Well, you can then. I'll just make sure to add the rest of the stuff that you get too. So you get 2. Well, we're first aid kits.
No.
Sorry, chat. And 1 rare relic. Okay, so we have to go over that rare relic. We took a notice that you're not exactly a combat-focused anima, correct?
I try my best to use the environment against my opponents. Makes it easier to report as an accident.
We have 3 options for you in terms for you for relics that you could be given to as an initiate in our organization, the Queen's Court. Sorry, no. There's another name for it, but for now I'll just call it for the Queen's Court. You can get the Queen's badge. You can get her errant, which is a sidearm, or you can get her duty. No, not her duty.
Loyalty?
No, that would be like a repire. Her claws, a dagger. So you have the options between a badge, a sidearm, or a dagger.
I know what each one does, or I had to just choose blindly and then stick with the one.
The badge offers you a small stasis field that goes across your entire body. It can effectively ignore the effects of an AP1 use once a round.
That's bad. If I'm going to encounter anima users.
The sidearm is a special type of relic. It cannot be fired on the main phase. It can only be fired on a reaction phase. If you don't attack during your main phase, you may also just spend your attack action. Sorry, if you do not spend the sidearm relic gives you a special perk. You can't attack with it during your main phase. You can only use it as a reaction. On top of that, you may also use your decisions as reactions as well. You won't have any decisions on your next turn, but you can keep firing with the sidearm throughout each reaction phase, effectively allowing you to interrupt anybody whenever you like. Oh, someone's going to use their power? Sidearm. Pum! As long as you're willing to give up a portion of your next turn, and remember that on the next one, you don't have all that decision. And then her claws, which is the dagger. The dagger has first strike priority, meaning every initiative phase, every time the round begins, You have the beginning. If you have an enemy or illegal target that you can hit, you have to make a decision if you want to attack or if you want to spend a decision to attack. You can only spend one decision to attack first at the very beginning of the turn to any legal target you can hit. This weapon also has when spending 1 AP, it can gain reach too. And of course, any one of these items can get better as you continue to be affiliated with the queen.
Tough decisions all around. Oh, excuse me. Oh, now there we go. Oh, excuse me, man.
You're fine. I will say that they can provide you with conventional firearms. So if you really don't pick a more offensive choice, that's fine.
And Arsene will choose the one that flies to Stacy's burial.
The queen's badge.
He picks up the badge. As much as the gun and the knives are really handy,
It's called
I really don't.
yeah. You gain queen's honor.
I more fancy the ones that allow me to stealthily get through stuff without much of a hassle. Being loud and in charge isn't my style. If I can sneak in, I'll sneak in. If I need a kill, so is everything around me. The whole world is one's. Excuse me again. Oof. One's world is one's enemy.
Okay. So you've attained the rare relic, Queen's Honor. Do you decide? Do you want any firearms? Huh?
Um, no, I guess R7 won't take such a thing. If he ever needs a weapon, he can just take it from a fallen enemy.
Okay. Sent to you on Discord is the remainder of your items that are given to you, and it's sort of cachet. You're expected to have the item at the beginning of July. Good luck, Arsene. You'll be paid 50,000 for the retrieval. And, of course, it goes out saying, you'll gain the Queen's gratitude and rise upon the ranks of the court, upon her court, from just an initiate to a squire. That's of course if you successfully infiltrate and retrieve the artifact. We will not provide any sort of bonuses for killing anyone, as we don't specifically need anyone dead. But do as you must. We will know, and we will not help or bail you if the mission fails. You have no connection to us. Huh?
I was assuming that there would be no type of connections between us and this if I failed.
Correct.
It's not my first rodeo doing something this devious.
Oh. The Baron leans in. Do tell. This is not your first time underhanding people, Mr. Arsene.
Tell me, have you ever experienced what war was like growing up?
He says, can't say that I have. Spiral City hasn't had many.
Be very fortunate you haven't. It's a very brutal and terrible thing. It begins to put some of the stuff, begins like pocketing the stuff away. I was orphaned by this calamitous event, the calamitous event of the war. My father and mother was taken by the state, and I was left penniless. There I learned that it's either that you strive to survive or you will die. But there was always a third option on the table. One that they don't really tell you about. because it's how morally, finger quotes, morally bankrupt it is.
And what's
To
that?
take what's up, to take what's on the table, and don't turn back. Let's just say the war wasn't the real reason why there were so many orphans dying. Other orphans to die. He adjusts his suit.
What's under the
Shouldn't I be
mask,
dead?
Arsene? Are you hiding your face because you don't want no one to know it? Or are you hiding it because you're ugly?
I hide my face because I don't know if I have a face anymore.
Is that true? Is Arsene even your real name?
I suppose I'll be going back to your quarters tonight.
Mr. Arsene, I suggest that you take your mission as soon as you can. He lets you go.
I can start as early as tonight then.
Alright.
Oh, before I go, can I have your telephone number? I'm not going to write it on a piece of paper. I'll just memorize it. I prefer a direct line to you.
Hold on. Yeah, my direct number is. It's been added to your item, added to your inventory as a key item.
Thank you. And do note, I will not betray Her Majesty should I get caught. I shall ensure that the number is erased from my mind if I got caught by any dubious people.
I don't believe the people, if they catch you, I will have much to worry about. They'll finish you off the way that you should. We don't deal in the kind of business that we do.
You'd be surprised how often people want to work deals with someone like me. I'm not saying I'm someone important. I'm just saying that someone who has connections. Like you said before, about this giant man. You want him as an ally, but you don't mind him being dead either. But the obvious tip of the fable is being allies with him. So, what if they try to offer me such a similar fate? That's what all I'm saying. But of course, gets back up. I won't betray Her Majesty's loyalty.
The bearer reaches over and grabs Arsene by the cuff of his jacket. Now hold on. You're meant to steal. You're a thief. Don't go misassuming that you're speaking suddenly for the Queen. You are not.
Of course I'm not.
Your tongue. You are not an arbiter. You are not a salesman. And you for certainly are not anyone that the Queen will use to speak through. So, you go in there, Arsene, and he leans in, steal the artifact from him. If he confronts you, do what you have to do to survive. But we're not keeping any of your promises up, Arsene. Make whatever horseshit excuse you'd like. He lets go of you. But these people dealing with these artifacts, from my experience, not from your precious war, they kill when they capture. They don't need to broker a deal with someone like you. You're just a thief. So act like it and steal for me, Arsene.
Maybe for Her Majesty.
I speak for the Queen. You steal for me, as in for her. Now go.
Very well. Arsene turns around and begins to leave.
Okay. You leave his personal quarters and return back to your study, to the room that gave you. How do you want to plan for this?
Austin opens the dossier to see if he has some kind of like how the layout looks.
Yeah, just the building picture, and it even vaguely shows it through a very badly done CCT picture.
Those the Polaroid on like back onto the dossier. Tries to look through to see if there's a photo of what the alleged employees look like.
Nope.
Of course.
This is outside of any established district. The fact that this pictures even exist is a mere dedication to the Queen's spy network. The pictures are just really bad. You can't make heads or tails of anything more than it looks like a two-story building. It doesn't have any exterior complexes. It's all one place, and it seems to be sitting on the block by itself, making it a little bit harder for you to just waltz up on in. The only other notable detail is that it has looks like a gated side portion on the right, where they look like they park cars and whatnot.
Those car entrances I can sneak into. But it's hard to tell they have security cameras. Guards protecting that porch. I guess the best option is to stake it out under a hobo. With a hobo. Cracks his back a bit. Okay. What's at the time?
The time is 6 p.m.
Austin will begin to leave his study and begin to make his way towards the location. He will, as he's making his way through, he will try to spot like some random homeless man and assume his guy's using just like you his artifact.
Okay, well, we have to discuss how Arsene's going to get to the operation zone. It is in a district and an address you don't know. Hell, the only
Well,
thing...
it looks like there's a bridge.
Yeah, there's a bridge across that goes across, but hell, you don't even know where the fuck the place is. The thing you see is the visual representation for the player, not the character. The character, all he has is a fucking picture, and he's told it's north somewhere in East Bay, above East Bay. That's all they know.
Well, then, I guess I have to use two disguises then. Before Austin turns into the hobo disguise, he tries to look around, find a business kind of guy to go through. Not like a top-notch business guy, but you can tell he's like has some kind of inkling with business of himself.
So Arsene is a unique character. Unlike most of the more main characters where we play like week by week, Arsene, you play more by hour by hour. You said you left by 6.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the Sunday evening going into the fourth week. The fourth and final week. So you've just been handed your assignment at the end of the third week. You can make what little headroom you can to try to figure things out, but then you'll have an entire week.
That's what I'm trying to do with the headroom.
Yeah. So right now it's 6 p.m. So it'll take you an hour to first look for somebody, and that hour could yield no success.
Come on, it's Caribbean. There's got to be like some kind of business.
Can yield no success.
For fuck's sake. Okay, so how do I roll for this?
You'll make an intelligence check and you conjunction.
Well, I guess I'm junctioning.
Remember, people can see you.
Yeah, only animals can see me.
Go right on ahead. You spend 1 hour looking through the crowds.
Speed and intelligence. That's a 10.
That's a 10. That's enough, yeah. And I roll an event dice. Woohoo. Woohoo! You find a businessman. How do you approach this man? He seems the perfect person, too.
doesn't he like Austin like did what he did with the homeless person before. Once he sees him,
Hey,
walks
don't. I'm
past him.
asking you what would he do with this guy? Come on, walk me through the scene.
I'm walking into the scene. Austin literally just looks at him. It's like getting all the details down,
Okay.
scanning, scanning him, then
So
proceed to walk.
you see him walking away from you. So so you're just watching all the details of him.
Yes, and then as soon as he's out of sight, Austin taps the forehead of his mask, swipe it down, and take his full geist.
Okay. Arsene, what do you do now?
With the new dice in hand, Austin will proceed to go to the bridge connecting the upper districtless location and takes out the picture of the well house.
As you make your way down the streets of East Bay, no, eh,
Huh?
no, you're fine. You make your way towards the East Bay exit. Of course, there's the small booth. That's the welcome booth that allows people to come in and out. And this lady's like, "Hi, welcome on to the exit of the East Bay. Pleasure to have you in Caribbean."
Have a lovely day.
It takes Arsene about the sidewalk takes you about 20 minutes, and I'd say half an hour later you finally arrive to the other side of East Bay, into the other side of the bridge. When you arrive here, while walking over too, you can notice specifically the skyline isn't as high as it is in Spiral City. Spiral City skyline tends to have 4, 5 story buildings as it's normal. Here, though, it's more like 3, 2 stories. Very small buildings. It's very noticeable. And a lot more places with, you know, small spots of parks and like large unused spaces.
Definitely an area. This place smells like an area that they have storage units for illegal means, which explains why I'm looking for this spot.
The time is now,
Austin
Arcee
begins.
looks at his watch, 7:30.
Austin begins to make his way and tries to bump it, no, trying to find up Austin, and like calls him like, "Excuse me, I hate to be a bother at this hour, but my boss is gonna have my ass if I don't find this location for him. Have you seen this place?"
I would say you spent about an hour doing that. Make an intelligence and no, make a charisma check, and you may junction if you like. Again, people can notice you.
I'm just gonna do a regular charisma check.
No one bothers to talk to Arsene for an hour. It's 8. It's 8:30 now.
Austin has no other choice but to keep trying because, other than that, he has to roam around aimlessly.
If you do so, you make an intelligence check. You make an intelligence check and an added modifier for the pitcher. But the DC will be 20 that progressively gets less as you continue to try to explore. There's just also the chance the DC might also go up due to an event that may happen. Oh, let me update the camera. Here we go.
So what am I rolling?
Which one are you doing?
I'm trying to continue acting people like, hey,
Charisma.
seeing 7.
7?
Yes.
Um. uh. What do you want help with? A woman takes out her headphones.
Oh, I apologize, ma'am. I know it's pretty late. I'm trying to find this building in this photo, as stated shown here. My boss is going to have my ass tomorrow if I don't figure out the address.
No, that's not what I meant to roll. Shit. Yeah, the D10 is what I meant to roll. It looks familiar. She gives you 1/3 of the directions. I think it's over that intersection, maybe. Maybe someone else has a better idea. And she leaves. The
Thank you
time
very
is,
much for your time.
the time is now
As
9:30.
she's gone. Fucking homeless.
Jesus!
He's not a nice guy.
Huh?
He's not a nice guy.
Well, jeez. The time is now 9:30.
Anyway, if I do the explore rounds, what would be the DC?
The explore round, now that you have 1/3 of it, 18.
And that's with like my D12 on top of a modifier.
A +2 modifier.
Yeah, the only way I could pass that is a fucking junction. I should have fucking asked for the address.
It's still Sunday, so you don't have to stress it too much. And remember, Arsene, you're gonna get tired.
What was that?
Arsene, you're going to get tired.
Alright. Austin's gonna junction. Go try to use the information he has to find this place.
Go ahead.
He'll use his intelligence, obviously. And come on, give me range.
And 9 + 9 is 18. That's 17. Yeah, no, with the picture, with the reduced modifier for finding one piece of the evidence and finding the cross section, you actually do find the facility. It's now 10:30.
What does Austin see at the facility?
Hold on, I'm cracking weed and I'm thinking about it. You make it to the fabled building. The thing is, it's in a intersection. It's off from an intersection, like a cross section, and it's tucked away by itself into its own little, like, side street. So it's very easy for anyone to watch someone come in onto this place if they were walking straight forward to the building. From where you are, you can see that the building does indeed have a side right facility, a parking facility. It's gated. It has tall walls that you can't see the depot for. The building itself has covered windows. It is 2 stories tall. There is no patio, and there doesn't seem to be a fire escape either. There does seem to be a roof, but you don't know if there's roof access from where you're standing.
Of course. I forgot to look like a hobo. No, oh well. It's not like I'm gonna like Lance looks that's all Lance. Austin looks at the current disguise. It's not like I'm gonna put this outfit back on. So Arsene begins to make his way towards the building, but he wants to kind of like, but looks like he's like, once he gets too close enough to the white wall, he puts his back on it, summons up Wayward Sun, and activates its secondary ability to gain, flight mode, which gains more speed, range,
Speed.
and sends it as high as it can to see if there's any roof access.
Again, the way I describe this building is that people can see who's going down this alley to get to it. You're not inconspicuous, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I know, but it's not like I say, it's not exactly that he's going to keep the space for the whole heist. He's just scouting it out. So he can just quickly bullshit himself out of any problem he gets his hands onto.
You make your way down the alley. It feels as if 2 or 3 people might be watching you at this current moment. It's this weird sensation as you pass over this threshold. Remember I told you that there's no other buildings past this alleyway other than the one at the very end of it, which is the building you're trying to get to. There are these two buildings that you kind of pass first, and it feels like as if pins and needles go across you as you pass it, or some sort of threshold. Your feet begin to walk in motion, staying in the same spot, right as you would pass over this manhole.
Huh? Austin looks at the manhole. What? Didn't I just... Austin tries to make his way forward again.
Nope.
Hmm.
Boom! You immediately recognize as the effect of an enemy anima.
Well, it's an anima user, that's for sure. Well,
And it has to
look
be
at
a
the two
greater,
buildings.
and you have the Queen's badge on. So you automatically know now too. It has to be an anima power greater than AP1 because you ignore AP1 abilities.
Lance, Austin looked at both of the buildings. So the anima user has to be in one of these buildings.
Oi, oi! You hear a voice coming down from the manhole. The manhole slowly opens, and you can see a pair of eyes coming from it, and the menacing comes from the bottom of it. What are you doing here, old man?
Hey, I'm terribly sorry. And Austin immediately gets on his knees and
You can't
prostrate.
move. You cannot move. You're stuck standing.
I was trying to find the place in this photograph. You see, my boss is going to have my ass if I don't get the address for this place.
Cut the crap, old man. We saw you with your bird. Where is it?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, you need motivation. That's fine, old man. I got plenty of that for you. Make an intelligence check for me. Oh, sorry. You're at this moment. You're caught in the grasp of what seems to be an anima user. What does Arsene want to do?
Hold his actions until something
Decision.
drastic occurs. Holds his decisions until something drastic occurs. As of right now, he's just going to continue playing ignorant. Look, I have no idea what you're talking about. What
Make a
for?
charisma check. You'll need to pass a 12.
Oh, well. Austin, you need to roll an 8, boy. Fuck.
He rolled a 4. Well,
I rolled a 4.
that was half of it, 8, so I give you no credit. I smile. They're not buying your shtick.
I just... Come on, I don't want to lose my job over this bullshit.
When I say they too, I mean the anima user. Because you don't know gender is all. But anyway, yeah. The unknown anima user goes, yeah, you really want to just keep playing it up, don't you? I already saw you earlier, dummy, using your powers out in the open like that. Also, why don't you look behind you after a couple of times, huh? Would it really hurt you? Do you want to look behind yourself, person?
No. Look, if anything, I'll just go back the way I came.
A loud click.
How about that?
A loud click
I
noise
have
is
no
heard.
idea what this...
Hold on, a loud click noise is heard, Arsene, and you take... well, I'm gonna re-roll due to you being surprised. Oh, that's also... And then using... Yeah, that's what I meant to roll. You take 19 damage.
Jesus, you almost destroyed.
No, how much is your natural defense?
Wait, hold on. Is it really 6? Let me see. No, his defense is 6.
How much is the bulletproof? Just 12?
12. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you immediately lost the armor. 6 plus 12 is 18. And you take 1 point of damage. A giant hole is ripped through the back of your body. Pass a charisma, pass a,
What?
pass a charisma check to try to keep the for sure to try to sell the charade.
What was that?
Pass a charisma check to try to sell the charade.
Please, Arsene. Please, just 7.
Not high enough.
What? Really?
Yep, not high enough. They don't believe they're just gonna kill you anyway, even if they believe you at this point.
Can you get from laying down to flip onto his back?
You're not on your back. You're still standing. Something's preventing you from moving.
Why can't I move?
The hell! I swear I popped him in the back of his head, the back of his body. You hear a loud noise. I guess I missed or something. Well, this time I won't.
Oh, please, no, anything but that. I don't want to die.
Well, old man, how much money do you have on you then, huh?
You can take me to the nearest ATM. I have nothing on me.
Run your pockets then. Show us what you got on you.
Arsene begins to go through his pockets and pulls out the junk. Oh, you see, I'm an enthusiast for collecting trash, and it's a bit of embarrassment because I tend to forget my wallet. I'm so terribly sorry.
Keep going. The voice from the manhole continues to speak.
Pockets more, but obviously avoiding like taking out anything. Like, you know, you kind of pretend to put your hands in the pocket to show that you grab something, but there is something there, but he's purposely hiding it in such a way that they can't see it.
Make a make a make a speed check for that. No, speed check is your anima. Make a dexterity check for yourself. You have to pass an 8. Oh well, you passed. Yeah. Arsene, you're able
That's
to
all I have.
you're able to you're able to at least put the show, but they're not they can see that you're doing something, but it's not exactly like they believe you. Not entirely.
Anything, please.
Why are you dressed
Don't
like that,
hurt me.
old man?
I said I was from a bit. My boss, he's a real estate guy. He said there was a lot here, and the picture here. I was trying to get the address to talk to the guy who owns this place. I won't call the cops. I swear. I won't tell anyone you're on email users.
I like your hat, old man. He interrupts. Give it me.
Off the hat slowly, like trembling.
Yeah, There's an issue with that as Arsene reaches his hands up for the hat. You know it's not there. It's not. It's a part of the illusion. Hurry up, old man. I'll let you go if you give me the hat.
Can't I just give you my shoes instead? I'm sorry. This hat is really important to me. Grandpa keeps saying,
Make a charisma
I
check.
can't live without it. What was that?
Make a charisma check.
Austin, you got a roll of 8, buddy. Buddy, you got a roll of 8.
No
Not
dice.
high enough.
So, you hear, huh? What's that, Mr. Mitzi? He's full of shit, you're saying. That's no bueno for you. I don't like liars. Give me the hat, old man, before I get tired of you.
Austin Valentine tilted his head back to see the force behind him. Look, gentlemen, I
For
think we
what?
can negotiate. Tries to like, can he move his head at all?
You can turn your head slightly, but you can't turn your neck. You can only try to look as exaggerately to the right as you can. And it's not too far for you.
See the guy behind him.
You can't see behind you, no. You can barely see over your shoulder.
I can't believe I'm gonna die for a shit end job.
Keep up the waterworks, Mitzi said. Ain't doing you justice. You're not gonna give me the hat. I guess I'll just take it off your body then. Any last words, old man? Other than crying and pissing?
Can I at least see the guy's gonna blow my brains out? That's all I ask.
Oh, yeah, I'll reacquaint you to the guy who's gonna blow your brains out. And when I send you to God, tell him Marquise sent you. He laughs at the in joke. He'd like that. And you hear the click noise.
Austin, see this.
Nope. Your head's stuck in angle. You can only look ahead of you. Do you want to use a reaction?
Yeah, uses reaction to try to force himself to pawn his to look both at the manhole and the guy with the shot, the gun on him.
You can't. No, the guy in the manhole. So your foot is on the manhole. Has been the entire time. You just see this man lift up the manhole and has been like. You can't see him other than his hand. You can't see in the manhole, and you can see only his two pair of eyes. But you're not looking down at him. Your head's stuck at a straightforward angle. You can only see him when you look down at him.
No, I'm saying, can I like force my body to pivot so I can see the assailant behind me?
You can't move at all, but you can swap yourself with another object that you can see.
Austin, look outside. Wayward son. Strike mode. Swaps his with the hand that he can see. Swaps positions with the man into the manhole.
You'll have to roll accuracy to hit the Anima user.
Okay.
Go ahead
Well,
and go ahead and no, I know the DC, but you have to roll your accuracy.
What's the accuracy?
What's your Anima class again?
It's assassin.
Assassin, so speed, dexterity.
Speed and dexterity. Come on, Arsene. 7 and a 2.
That's a 9. Nope, you missed the target.
Wait, hold on. I had a reroll a couple of weeks back. I want to pop that right now.
That reroll is for Lance McKinley, not Arsene.
God damn it!
Nope, you missed the Anima user. 15 damage.
Oh, before that damage, can I do one more thing before that damage hits me?
You take the damage, and you can do something after you take it.
Well, I'm downed, and he's dead. That's more than Arsene's HP. He has only 8.
Wow, damn, you are a wet noodle, aren't you?
Yes. So if I can't swap this position, and I can't see the assailant, God, how do I get out of this thing?
Any of the objects you dumped out of your pocket?
Well, if Lance,
Arsene.
not Lance, Arsene, only Arsene can see the attack coming from behind him.
Don't worry about changing where you're viewing. Change it. Let's 15 damage coming at you, right? Let's just pause the time as the entity behind everything that's going on. You can avoid this 15 damage if you use your Anima correctly. Let's not worry about you're facing the antagonist or even targeting him. It seems like he's trying really hard to keep out of Arsene's line of sight. And unless Arsene has another way to flesh them out, more offensive way, Arsene only can't move because he stepped on the manhole cover. Whoever's
Wait,
behind him, huh?
the manhole cover. Can I swap the manhole cover with junk?
Same roll as you would have rolled against
Wait,
the
I get
anima
that?
user. There's a small implication that could have been his. That could be his anima. That could be the assailant's anima. The anima, the manhole cover, especially since only when you stepped on it is when you got stuck. You can use your anima to move your location with an object. There's nothing keeping you from using your anima to swap places with something else. If you were to
Yeah,
get
but I
it.
don't.
Hmm?
But I don't see an object around me.
You threw junk on the floor. You can also throw some far enough to get you away.
Scatter some.
No,
Austin
you would have
started
no,
some.
no, no, no. You would have already scattered it when you were showing that you had nothing in your pockets. You could have thrown some behind where the manhole cover was, where the person was, or anywhere else in the alleyway. And then, as this attack is coming in to deal 15 damage, you can use your reaction to spend another AP to swap places with another one of the junks. I would make a reroll to hit you to see if the attack is still accurate despite your swapping locations, because despite swapping locations, you still didn't move from where you were, just where the position was. Get what I'm saying?
I see. And if I were to do that, can I use a reaction?
No, no, you're done enough at that point. I'm already stretching it thin here with you.
All right. Austin swaps position with an object on the ground.
Make a roll to hit one of the objects on the ground. Their static DC is a 10.
Oh, come on!
You're so lucky that I didn't give them a lower DC because they're a smaller object. So for now, they're just 10 DC. But yeah, you, Arsene, as the attack would normally come to hit you, after this brief intervention with some sort of time influence, you return back and are able to snap your fingers into a paperclip and just narrowly dodge the 15 incoming damage by virtue of swapping your location and swapping your spot with the piece of trash. You end up on top of a trash can. Huh? You hear the man under the man cover say, "What the? Where'd he go?"
Okay, Austin, just does Austin have enough time to jump over the wall to disappear?
Um. Yeah. No. You weren't fighting that close to the facility yet. You're still only between the two buildings. You're not that. You keep trying to jump yourself in places you're not, Danny. But
Okay, so like I'm on top of a trash can right now.
yes.
Is there any possible way Austin can hide?
No, there's not any other buildings ahead of you, and there's just the empty street and then the building itself.
Austin takes out another paperclip, uses Wayward's Son again to swap the shotgun with the paperclip.
What shotgun?
The guy who had the gun on Austin behind him.
What gun? You don't even know it. You're still facing the facility. You didn't even tell me you turned around to face the guy who attacked you. Come on, Danny. Stop assuming. Yeah, come on.
Austin turns around immediately.
You turn around to see that there's just a manhole cover there in the street.
What? Wait a minute. Was that an AP? Son of a bitch. I hate this place.
So what does Arsene want to do now as you're on top of the spooky? It's a manhole cover, the same one that you stepped on. Arsene, you can at least deduce that there's something up with the manhole cover. And it's probably not a smart move to step on the sidewalk. Well, it's not a sidewalk, not to step on the street.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that shit again.
As you sit and take a small breather, you notice nothing really happens as you're on top of the trash can.
It's an argument that only activates when I'm on the floor, and it seems to. How did that manhole cover get underneath my feet? Often take.
Make an intelligence check real quick. Make an intelligence check for me. You mentioned how did the manhole cover get underneath you?
Six.
You're only able to remember at least that you don't remember seeing any manhole covers before you made the turn onto the street. You're pretty certain there wasn't anything like it on the street before reaching here.
So that must have been some kind of anima power that occurred. Somehow masking itself along the floor. When Arsene looks over to see if he still sees the manhole cover.
It's gone, actually.
Shit. So this pump. I think I'm starting to understand.
Arsene, make me a dexterity check.
God damn it, man! Come on.
A bolt of red light suddenly tags what's it called? I said Alistair Lamau. Tags Arsene in the chest. You take 3 event damage. You get knocked off the trash can.
Arsene, like midway falling, tries to kick the trash can to cause the lid to fall over.
Yeah.
The spot to stand on.
A spot to fall on. Sure. Yeah, you fall onto the lid instead of the floor for kicking it. But you just have to make a roll for me, a dexterity check.
God damn it! Come on, Arsene. No.
You kick the trash can, but the can goes the lid goes out the way as you hit the ground hard. When you hit the ground, you look up and notice there's somebody standing on the roof of one of the 2 buildings. He's standing on the roof, and he's holding his right hand out. And it has a red glare coming down the barrel of some sort of gun.
Oh, thank God you're there. Can Wayward Son in flight mode reach him?
Nope. Too tall. Too high.
Well then, I got an idea. It's gonna be stupid.
Usually is. Careful. You're low on HP. You could leave. You don't have to keep attacking. You're only meant to scout.
Yeah. So like Arsene will try to leave. He's gonna run.
Yeah,
before he was though, he remembers that, oh yeah, there's a fucking anima user that's running around the floor.
I'm fucking dealing with tremors.
For real. Yeah. Takes out the last of his junk and throws it, all over behind him, so he can make a safe pathway for himself to tread through.
You don't have enough junk in the goddamn world in your pockets. You've already thrown a lot of it. You don't have infinite. I'm saying, as soon as you reach in your pocket, you feel nothing's left. You only have, a paper clip left.
Shit. Well, I gotta dip it then. Full speed. Wayward Son, please don't. Let's make a fucking hasty retreat.
So you're gonna run?
Yeah, I'm running. Fuck this.
Make a dexterity check. You may junction.
Austin's gonna junction. I'm gonna put either 8, 9, because he was losing a lot of his bowel. Dexterity and speed. That's a 10.
Okay, and then do it again.
12 and an 8.
Okay, Arsene, you as you begin to run, you notice the manhole appears ahead of you, It begins to race towards you. You jump like Mario style and dodge the manhole from touching your foot. As you're in the air, however, you take another 3 event damage.
God, God.
How much HP do you have now? This event damage bypasses your armor.
Yeah, I figured. He's at 5. Yeah, so he's down to 2.
Okay. Yeah. you managed to continue to run, and you spending all your movements and using your flight mode, you're able to clear back to where all the buildings are normally with the street and out of that small alleyway that leads up to the building. And as you do so, you see cars are coming and there are like a few people down the road. Arsene, you take a moment to breathe, but you notice your assailants haven't followed you.
Austin takes out a pitcher, takes out Edmund's pitcher. It immediately looks like Edmund.
Ah.
Fuck.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get just. Okay. Swap you out.
I said Edmund, not my one.
I know. You transform into the physical look of Edmund, but you still sound like yourself because you never heard this man before.
Okay.
Also, how many uses do you have of your artifact, dear brother? No, relic, dear brother.
I haven't used it once.
Yes, you did to turn into the businessman.
Oh, 2. So I only have 1 left.
Just making sure.
Austin does his best to straighten himself as best as he could to slowly make his way back towards the bridge.
Because Arsene, you took an entirely different form. Whatever heat or attention you had, it doesn't seem to affect you, and you cross the bridge normally. The time is you spent 2 hours during that op. Now it is 12 o'clock. 12:30. You return back to Caribbean at 1 in the morning. It is now.
I'm going to sleep this off like a bad hangover.
All right. Arsene, you return back to Caribbean, reverting your form back to your normal one because you don't really need to be disguised. And you are allowed to rest.
Austin makes a fourth quick stop. Oh wait, I guess the Baron is asleep by this point.
Well, when Arsene awakes,
Oh God, my body. God. Oh, fuck. He slowly.
was Arsene wearing his mask the entire time?
He always does.
Okay.
Well, one night when he's asleep, he has no. Obviously you can't sleep with the mask on. But he does, however, have. He wears this kind of thing, like the things that you put over your eyes to help sleep.
Okay, so
And that.
Arsene just goes to sleep in a similar covered face facade. Wakes up, I'd say around 12. Even probably 1. Something very late for someone like Arsene. Very unbecoming of him.
Well, you try to recover from 6 uninterruptible event damage.
You don't try to get shot. How about that?
Duly noted.
Yeah. Arsene, when you awaken, what is your overall objective for today?
Well, first off, he's going to get his stuff replaced. The body armor that got destroyed.
Nope. They ain't giving you shit. They gave you what they gave you. Work with it.
Oh, come on.
Well, work with it.
It literally saved my life.
Well, that's great. We don't have
Yeah,
to. We don't have to keep resupplying you. We're not a charity. We're a gang.
I'll remember this. You know what? I'm going to remember all of this interaction with you. And when I get high enough in the rank, I'm going to make sure to piss you off into a mission like this. And then when you give me the same complaints, I'm going to be the next one about it and give you the stuff again.
Well,
Because I'm not an asshole.
that's very nice of you. Next.
He goes forced to talk to the Baron about what he got, the information he got. Anima users.
You go over to the Baron, but high enough in the ranks. Game Night says. He laughs. Arsene, as you approach the office, you see two large bouncers, and one man holds his hand out. Sorry, the Baron's on a no meeting schedule.
Oh, okay, fine. I guess that's understandable. He's busy. Hey, do you guys have any idea what a guy like me can get, like, body armor?
You're trying to buy some steel? You can probably buy it from us.
His pockets? Yeah, kind of flat on the money part.
Well
I don't
then.
suppose an IOU will too.
Wow, I thought that you were a new thief, not a new clown. Come on, man. You have some dignity.
I know that. That's why I didn't even ask for an IOU. I assumed that there was no an IOU policy.
They both laugh at the thought of the IOU again. Wow, man. Whew. Hopefully you're as good as your job as you are at making jokes, man.
Yeah. Well, I'll be on my way then.
Yeah, and when you get there, tell them that we wrote an IOU for them. We got you for wherever you go, man. And they both cackle and laugh as you leave.
Before Austin leaves, Austin picks up a plate, throws it,
Hold on.
and then
Before you do this, are you sure you want to piss off the people who you're currently living with?
puts back down the plate. God damn lucky bastards.
Okay.
So, what Austin managed to glean? There were two buildings and some kind of alleyway before making its way to the main building itself. There seems to be an anima user that resides within the alleyway, and there's one that seems to be residing on top of the roof. One has some kind of manhole power that paralyzes you, unable to move whatsoever unless you somehow get your foot off it, which you can't. That must be an AP2 ability because Austin's artifact didn't trigger.
Relic.
As for the second individual that appeared on the left building, he did some kind of attack that also bypassed Austin's artifact, relic. So meaning that these attacks.
I will say for the second person on the building, he attacked you with a non-descriptive attack. It was more likely like you didn't know what fucking was hitting you. You don't know what it was. It's not. It was an AP. You can't tell if it was an AP effect or even a relic effect.
Judging from the rifle, I would assume it's a weapon. That's hard to make that assumption. I need more information. Unfortunately, I don't have that kind of time. I only got to the end of this fucking week. No one seems to be more helpful. Wasting my time and options. I really don't have fucking money or anyone to help me with this. Is there a way that Austin can make his way to the left building instead of going through the...
You can attempt.
From his memory, was there any seeable...
You always make it like this, dude.
What?
I said you always do this. Give me a second. I have to draw you.
Look, I'm not good with. Okay, I know that there was an alleyway before making the main compound base, but there were two buildings that the Pell that's right there.
No, 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 it's fine.
Oh yeah, that's right. Also needs to restock on junk. Oh, by the by, is it like a mill, like a handheld mill, like some kind of reflective object that's in?
Give me a second. Okay. Let me see. Oh, essentially, oops. Reset. Essentially, this was the alleyway that Arsene was in to begin with. I'll even pull up Arsene's token. Hold on. You got up to over here, Arsene, before you were attacked. The building is up all ahead of you. There is nothing else around, but you got attacked here.
But the manhole couple.
Yeah, that's
So
when
I'm
the manhole
saying
killer
here
affected you.
or here, the other guy was on. Okay.
Yeah, the other man was on this building.
So any access that can get me on this building?
Probably at the entrance, something like an entrance over here, but you didn't look around.
Well, I don't have a bulletproof vest anymore. They clearly don't want to fucking supply me with one.
And also, just to be clear, this is the smaller annex building over here, the one with the gated fence and whatnot. When you broke free, you managed to move yourself to this building. Because that's where the trash can was. Then, when you were trying to escape, this guy up here was still able to shoot you because he still had a lot of no, this person still had a lot of shot of you. Yeah, this person up here had still a lot of sight of you. So that's the building, the situation you have, Arsene.
Mm-hmm.
You do know that you could hire someone to help you. You're gonna make 50,000 off the heist. You could offer someone half of that or a little less of it. Another Anima user.
Who could I hire? I don't even know anyone.
Not specifically,
The only
but you
guy
know,
I know.
Bad Moon Rising.
Arsene, I guess, will spend most of his day looking for Bad Moon Rising. He knows what he looks like.
Well, I mean, is there anything else you would have thought of doing? I mean, not just like direct you what to do.
I mean, it was either that or he tried to talk to some of the dollar bills, like, hey, mercenary group that, pays.
Well, that's another good idea. I like that.
Yeah, well, Arsene knows where the barracks is, so he just goes straight to the barracks.
That's probably a better starting point. That could lead up to BMR. So right. So let's move the camera and have Arsene where he actually is. So Arsene knows what the battle map looks like for himself, but he's actually in Caribbean. All right, Arsene. It's Monday, the afternoon, 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. What does Arsene want to do?
He goes to the north side of Caribbean to go straight to where the dollar bills are.
You make your way pretty easily between the districts. It takes you, it's like a 15-minute travel on foot. It's 1:15. You find the series of like pretty plain looking red black oh no, red brick mortar.
I don't know this place.
The build I'm describing for the audience who may not recall, but in this portion of the North Caribbean, it's more the business districts. Here, where Arsene is for the barracks, though, it's a series of houses uniformly lined up with a very eerie kind of cul-de-sac, kind of like straight line, goes off one street and down another street, and in both ways there's just the same looking motherfucking house, except in this situation they live in like this union kind of house, so the house is all connected in some way, but each of the houses are divided in such that there's a single apartment for each residence or single place for each family. You get the sense that there's a lot of people who live in this area.
Hopefully someone has information.
Like in this small district, they've managed to fit a lot of the people who work for the Caribbean. Arsene, go ahead and you're going to spend an hour and make charisma check or an intelligence check. Actually, no, I would consider a charisma check to speak around with the people and try to get a vibe of what you're looking for, which is
Mercenary group. And Arsene will just use a audio point to junction this. Charisma. God fucking. And range. To project his range, his voice battle.
oh, you rolled an 8.
Yeah.
Wow, that's like a 20 because of the 8. Wow, Arsene, you did really well in that roll. Not like you needed that any other time sooner. You ask around for a few people, but manage to find yourself a recruiter for the top dollars. Most of the top dollars that you were talking to had cent marks. Um, Very few of them had like an actual dollar bill on their lapel. The man you're talking to has a $5 on him. So, he's a grizzly man, boulder shoulders. He isn't dressed like the usual top hats where they wear suits and whatnot. He actually has suspenders and a tank top and a kind of Italian type hat with an 8 o'clock shadow, tan bronze skin, and he's got a mean poker glare. So, you're asking questions around, huh? Mr. Mask and all?
Awesome. And I'm just looking for a mercenary group.
Ah. My name's Tommy, the recruiter for the top dollars. I hire talent, if you catch my drift.
Does that mean you also hired Bad Moon Rising?
BMR? Oh yeah, he's a staple fellow that I usually get a chance to deploy. He works through me, yeah. What of him? You want to hire him?
Yes, but I also need to hire some more muscle.
Oh, you're looking to do some real damage, huh?
Probably yes.
Okay, so let's talk about BMR. He's my special bow pony. Everyone wants a cut of that man, with the powers and all. So he's 25,000.
I see.
And what? You want thugs? Hired hands?
Like a group. I need a group.
How many
Specifically,
you need?
anime.
Huh?
I need an anime group.
Whoa, 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 whoa! I got that much firepower. What do you think? You think I'm? You think I would be here if I had more than just my honey boy BMR? He looks at you. Come on.
Austin space obviously hasn't shipped. Fine. I need a group of men who are very talented in handling range combat.
We got guns. If that's what you're wondering. Here's a price range of what we have in terms of our helping hands. He smiles, and you review the prices. It's for a full squad. It's the prices for considering a full squad of men with these guns. It's 2,000 for pistols. It is 5,000 for shotguns, 7,000 for automatics, and 10,000 for sniper rifles.
Sniper rifles?
Huh? You get a whole squad of sniper rifles, yeah?
Oh.
It's assumed you pay 10,000 for all 5 men with sniper rifles.
How much do they appreciate of waiting till the job is done to get paid?
He frowns a bit. We prefer money up front. Otherwise, a 10% interest.
I suppose then if you want my cash, you will have to go ask the Baron for my reward money.
He frowns even more. You told me I had to talk to the big man for that. Look, I'd rather you get your money and then you give it to us.
That's the way it's going to have to work. In fact, Austin leans in a bit. Let's make the talk a bit sooner. Because where I'm going is a bit off the books kind of place that has no doubt specific inventory items.
Uh-huh.
So if I can't really pay up, if I can't like wait to pay them before I get paid myself, then by chance something went missing and I didn't pay attention to what was missing. Whatever they decide on to take, that is. Catch my drift?
My boys can fill their pockets with what they can cash. I see what you're saying. I'm also going to tell you that you can cover your bills with relics too. If you want to think about it in terms of relics,
Uh,
BMRs are legendary, and up to the snipers, they're going to be rare. Everything else is an uncommon.
Austin takes out the badge, and then, like, when I was the massing room, I'm afraid I really can't cover the cost for BMR. But again, I
Oh
assure
no no
him
no! We
that
wouldn't
whatever he
ask
wants
you.
from this,
We wouldn't ask you to de-arm yourself, Mister Arsene. We would if you're going to. So give us that's the 411. You need us for what services?
I need the services to handle an infiltration job. I already did the initial scouting. Not a fun time, I'm going to add.
Uh huh.
But
Tommy leans back in the chair.
the place is the place is a heavily acquired location for Queen Caribbean herself. An enemy of ours is using it as a front. No doubt has spoils and goods.
So what you're saying is that this mission sells you well, that it's smooth favor for you in Queen Caribbean.
That's right.
Hmm.
But unfortunately, I encountered anima resistances along the way.
Right. As you would. I mean, with the real estate around these neighborhoods nowadays, it pays to have men like Bad Mood Rising.
Yes.
So, how many anima users you said there were?
As the ones I have encountered, one specifically. I don't know about the second individual. He was on a rooftop using some kind of strange rifle.
Scouting,
It didn't.
getting jumped counts as scouting. I love that game. The game, man. Have you been here the entire time listening to
He,
even?
li-
Huh?
he likely has.
Well, even the part where Arsene got pictures of Myron and Edmund, and that despite the fact that the evidence at the main site might be cold, there's still the video evidence on the mainframe here. I'm sorry, he did what? Pictures. Despite that the physical cameras were destroyed, they were all already backed up via the network onto a physical
Oh,
network.
yeah.
That
I
physical
want to explain
network
this.
is owned by Queen Caribbean and her crew because they had a
Yeah, so
personal investment with the Silver Seventh Diamond. Oh, y'all thought that
yeah,
that plot was gonna just up and disappear.
so right now the only people who have any vague idea of what's going on at the Seventh Diamond is everyone in Caribbean. And
Arsene changed it
That's how
to.
Austin got Edmund and Mywin's pictures.
I will give you
And
5K gold to
I
destroy
told it
these
to Edmund to
pictures.
make a sneaky sneak.
Edmund will pay. Well, Edmund will pay you out of character. You have no idea in character. There's no way I will let you have any of that.
No, even then, like, you have to pay him even higher for that. I'm trying to get mercenaries to help me.
But yeah, he has pictures of Edmund's adversary, uh,
Oh, not
Edmund,
Edmund.
no Myron,
Myron.
Myron's adversary, Myron, Edmund. He had Bad Moon Rises picture as well.
That he dies. Well, I almost died. Literally.
And I mean, Caribbean dies. We'll see what happens. I mean, this is if I'm happy you spelled Caribbean correctly. No, you forgot the I between the Caribbean.
Caribbean.
No, Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Yeah, with the I in between. Yes,
So,
it's Caribbean.
so we have a deal then. BMR and a group of sniper rifles.
Caribbean. Yeah, Caribbean.
Oh, sniper rifle.
So
Sniper rifle's like 10 grand, and then like the shotgun's all 5 grand.
7 grand. Is he trying to kill Ed? No, everyone's trying to kill you, Edmund. They're not.
I want to figure out what the fuck happened.
No, he just needed disguise. So he can only sell you as a full squad of 5 men. Well, the sniper rifle though, it's not 5 men. I think for the sniper rifle squad, I give you 3 guys. But that's just yeah.
So I can only buy one squad. That's it, right?
I mean, you only have 50K. How much money do you want to make profit?
Oh man, Austin would take whatever he can get his hands on as a literal profit if it means to making this bearable for him. Like, even Number was getting blasted in the fucking back.
No, I heard. BMR and sniper rifles. That's why I'm asking. I thought he was about to make a hit for the gang that had the stocks in the 7th Diamond. No. He's making a hit for where they assume is the Cimrillus. And because he was jumped by two Anima, well, what he assumes to be an Anima user and someone else on a rooftop, he's assuming that this is where they are correctly. They were correctly scouted, where what's it called? Myron's brother is with the Cimrillus. Okay, so what do you? So you have 50,000 in the pot. It's going to be I said 25, right, or 30 grand.
25 for VMR.
Okay.
Arsene will happily pay for that.
There's also an insurance of 30. There's also an insurance of 10,000 on top of that. Hey, it's my golden boy. I need a 10,000 for just taking him out.
Can't I just give you Arsene digs in his pockets and shows the two spirals? Can't I just give you one of these?
Oh, he takes one. These are those new Anima spheres that are going around, huh? The man kind of looks over.
Yeah.
Sadly, I'm not an Anima user. I can't make much heads or tails with it. He rolls it back over to you. It's not much of a value to me. Look, use my golden goose. I wouldn't want to disarm you of a relic that you have on you. Maybe you could spend a day or something robbing something for me. Hey, the facility isn't going anywhere as far as I know, Mr. Arsene.
What would you want me to even rob?
Well, I'll need you to go hit up. He takes out a photo. He takes out I've been eyeing up the Market District Police. What's it called? Police evidence vault. As there were some very powerful relics recently stored there because of the destruction of the 7th Diamond. Maybe you can waltz your way in there and upscone a couple of relics for me. Maybe pocket them for yourself. I look the other way for you.
You have any photos of the police officers there, or?
I can tell you exactly where it is. It shouldn't be so heavily defended, Mr. Arsene. I mean, assuming the caliber of your character and you come to me for, needing of help, I'm assuming you have to have some sort of skill. Otherwise, why the fuck are you even here, and why would I bother my time with you?
I'm just making sure. I've stolen before, but I have found it stealing from Anima users is a grade above what I'm used to. Call it an adjustment period.
Well, I don't think that the Market District Police Department's gonna have an Anima user just sitting around waiting for someone to finally do something. Meanwhile, the police department, I wish someone would come around. So, Mr. Arsene, are you gonna take a small side job for me, or no?
If I take this side job, how much are you gonna waive off the fees for Arsene?
I'm specifically looking for the artifact known as, what's it called? Damn it, I gave it a good name. Hold on. I know I have like the 7th Diamond information. Wait a fucking minute. Is Arsene that synth leader from Fallout 4?
No.
Okay, no. No. Shit. Fuck, no, it's not that. Sorry, I'm looking for... Mm, fuck, notes on OVA? Okay, maybe it's this? Okay, hold on. I'm reading it over. I remember his name's Lamoth. What are you doing again, Danny?
What do you mean what I'm doing?
No, what are you doing in the roleplay again? I forgot.
I'm waiting to figure out what the name of the relic.
Oh, right. Hold on. Shit. It's not the right plot details. Nope. Fuck. That is a handout, maybe? I wrote it. Shit, because I know the ones that were there. I just want to make sure I read them off right. No. Moth. Okay, no. No, I don't have it. I thought I did. Okay, so he wants you to steal, and one of the rare, no, sorry, it wasn't a rare, it was a legendary artifact that was on display. It was called, yeah, I think it was called C3U. Essentially, the legendary artifact that they're looking for, I'll get a better name later, but See Through Me. The idea of this artifact is that it is a handheld mirror that's purple in frame and has a rather unique orb where the frame of a mirror should be. Should the participant look through it, they have the ability to be able to tell the details of any one person looking whilst it look through. Anything that the person who's looking through it can ask can be seen. I require that artifact. With it, I'll let you have the squads you want. I'll give you B and Marv, and you steal anything extra from me, I'll give you a squad for each rare artifact you steal from me.
Consider it done. Just give me the address and I'll be on my way.
He hands you off the address. You read it over, and it's in the Gambino district. Arsene tilts his hat, I guess. Shit, I'm done.
I normally don't steal from anime users. However, well, I'm off to go to a police station.
I'm off to bully. Yo, chat, look, he's about to bully. All right, how do you get to the police station? After you leave your encounter with what's the name of the man?
Tony.
Nuh-uh. Close though.
Tommy?
Yeah, Tommy. All right, Arsene. We'll talk. He sucks dick for a bus ticket. It doesn't even take the bus. Arsene, you walk out of it. Walk out. It's not really an office. He was just like kind of sitting out in the open, and people were playing. He was playing a card game before you arrived, and when you did, he kind of shoot everyone away, and everyone comes back now as you leave, and he resumes the festivities of drinking, smoking, and just playing cards. What do you want to do now, Mr. Arsene? The time is now. You look at your watch. It's been an hour. It was a 1 hour interaction. It is now 2:15.
What's the fastest way to get to the Gambino district?
You can take a train. No, actually, I'll be taking a cab. It's expensive too.
Of course. Ah, Austin signs of it. Guess I'll be walking it.
Nuh-uh. That is a 4-hour trip.
Okay, I don't have any money. How am I supposed to get on top of get into a train?
Rob people. The fuck, you're a thief.
All right, all right.
You're in
So Austin will
Caribbean.
make. Okay, so Austin go as Austin's trying to leave Caribbean, he'll try to spot out some wealthy-looking dude and pickpocket him.
Okay, you're gonna have to make an intelligence. You're gonna spend an hour looking for the wealthiest target. You know the drill. Make me an intelligence check. You can junction, but if you do, people notice you. Your AP is also restored because you took a full night rest. Arsene
Yeah,
wins
I'm
sleepy
not
sleep.
gonna. I'm not gonna.
You'll need to pass a 9.
No, fucking, because I know those people watching in this place.
Unfortunately, you don't find anybody that could fit the caliber of what you're looking for in terms of money. It is now 3:15. What do you want to do, Arsene?
Again.
All right, 3:15 to 4:15. Go ahead.
What do I need to roll?
You need to beat. Um. Well, tell me. You should have been paying attention. The hell.
Yeah, it's a ten check, but I was hoping to hear that you said, oh yeah, the check was reduced.
Yeah, I say sequential usages would make it easier. So it goes from a 10 to a 7. Still a fail.
God.
My previous statement stands. You could suck dick for a butt.
No. God, no.
You still don't find anybody. It seems like everyone's probably indoors enjoying themselves at the games. Do you want to try one more time? It
Yes.
lowers it to the lowest I can put it, which is 5. It is now 5:15. You finally pass. You finally find a
God.
target, man, who seems oblivious enough, drunk enough, and wealthy enough. Now,
All
Mr.
right,
Lentz, now, Mr. Arsene, all you need to do is land your anima.
dexterity and speed check.
Yep, that's the first. Holy shit, that's the first we had a double-double.
I, I'm just so fucking frustrated when I needed that kind of result.
You only rob a single gold coin.
What?
Yeah, only a single gold coin off this person. He walks away, jungling away with 1,000 more pieces on him.
How the hell did I only steal 1 gold if he has a...
Make an intelligence check.
Junction, this is... Oh, no, I can't because I already rolled the result.
Congratulations, Lion, you accidentally killed your target. No. You can tell that this is some sort of relic or even artifact. It has these weird, strange ruins carved into it, and it has a skull motif in the center on one back of the edge, and on the other half of it has this weird iconology of 2 bones intersecting each other. You can't really make heads or tails what it means.
Can
Do you
I
want to
use
keep?
the gold coin to swap the relic
Huh?
with my gold coin?
I'm sorry.
Can I use the gold coin I got to swap the coin with the relic on him?
What relic on him and who?
The wealthy guy, the guy with the skull thing.
No, Danny, you're carrying the gold coin on you. I described the
Oh,
gold coin you're looking at. You pickpocket it as the drunk wealthy man walks away with a lot more gold than you.
Oh, this.
Do you want to keep the gold coin?
He throws it as hard as he can at the old man.
Can I ask you to reconsider so you don't draw attention to yourself, Mr. Arsene?
Arsene just drops it on the floor politely and then stomps on it a bit before walking away.
As the gold coin hits the ground, it makes a particular ting sort of noise. You inspect the area where the gold coin landed and notice that there's another piece of gold coin that appears near it.
Drops both coins.
No.
Like picks them up.
Yeah, when you drop the gold coin, now there's another gold coin.
So both coins and examines them.
You examine the one gold coin that it created. It looks like a perfectly minted Spiral City currency. It translates specifically to one gold piece.
Hold on. Arsene kind of decks away into an alley for himself to properly examine the skull coin he picked up.
You're gonna spend another hour now. We went from 4:15 to now 5. It was 5. 5:15 now to 6:15. Go ahead, roll intelligence.
I'm gonna jump in for this one.
Well, first make a dexterity check to duck away somewhere.
Gotcha. 6.
You're find a somewhat alleyway that you think you can trust. It's heads or tails.
Better than nothing. I got no time whatsoever to keep wasting on it. So I'm gonna do an intelligence combined with speed. Get a quick accuracy of understanding what the hell I'm looking at.
18. This coin seems to be a legendary relic.
Huh.
You flip it up between your fingertips a bit. The properties of it are it's you don't know exactly what properties to be expecting from this, but you can glean that this is a legendary relic, to say the least. As far as you can understand from interpreting, it seems to have something to do with actual money. You did note that the man had a lot of it on him.
Austin gets onto his knee and puts away the normal looking coin into his pocket and then drops the coin onto the ground again.
This time nothing happens. As if that was just a start to show you there was an effect to the coin. It's not really that its real ability. Just so that Lance didn't end up throwing it somewhere else. Arsene didn't throw it somewhere else.
Austin flips the coin and lets it fall.
Roll a d10 to determine heads or tails. What do you call?
Tails.
As it falls onto the tail side, the coin in your pocket, you feel 2 gold pieces now.
I see. So this increases the monetary money I have if I will call the the face of the coin.
You learn there's 3 different portions of this legendary relic. You learn the second portion of its ability, the success on the flip. If you flip the coin, it has the ability to double whatever wealth that you have on you.
That's actually pretty convenient. I assume it's the opposite of a failure.
I didn't ask for this. Why you? Throw it out.
Oh, I'll take care of it. Don't need to make money to get that. Oh, this is agitating. Austin pockets the coin back in his pocket and makes his way back out to the alley, out to the business
The
streets.
time,
And
the,
I guess
the
he
time
just,
is the time is now 6:15.
I guess now Austin needs to try to just
It is now
take.
evening.
Well, here, hold on. I got a legendary relic right here. I
They
could
prefer,
just go back
yeah,
to this guy.
they would still prefer silence. God, he disappears. Shh.
Fucking place. I have money.
Okay, but he specifically wanted "See Through Me," which is the placeholder name for the legendary relic.
But like he also said that Austin's acting, not Austin, BLM's acting price was
A
a
legendary
legendary
relic.
relic.
That's fair, but you wouldn't only get BMR.
Okay. Austin needs to make some more money then.
I mean, you are a thief. That's what you do. Come on. I poke you with a stick. Come on.
All right. I'll go look for another victim.
6:15 to 7:15. Go ahead and make an intelligence check. Tell BMR to suck my dick. Now,
I'm
yeah, you
intelligence check. Natural fucking 24.
24.
Let's go.
You find another oblivious, this time, countess walking around. Rather airy, kind of woman. How do you want us to try to rob her?
Does she have anything like on her person that's visible that I can take?
She has a purse that seems to be on her hand, on her like her arm.
That's it.
Yeah, she has jewelry, of course. I mean, she's opulently wealthy. She's got this necklace around her neck.
I'm gonna play it safe and just go for the pulse.
Oh, he robbing her hard. All right. Go ahead and roll for your anima accuracy. What are you replacing her purse with?
Ah, shit! I don't have any junk on. But I do have a single piece of gold coin. You know, equivalent exchange.
You're terrible. You're terrible. Land the accuracy.
So it's dexterity and speed, right?
Correct.
Come on.
Yeah, 17
17?
hits. Yeah, 17 hits for sure. You swap one gold piece with the handbag of the lady. She walks a couple of more steps before she notices that it got swapped. But by that moment, Arsene's already turned and already made a dash away without her noticing where her purse had disappeared to. For her, a gold piece had just suddenly fucking appeared. You've acquired a lady's hand purse. It has several lady several lady items such as pads and makeup kits. You do find that, huh?
I can't sell the makeup kits for a high penny. This isn't cheap stuff, you know.
It still only gets you 100 gold pieces, but it would expend you time to go find someone to buy you from it. You do find that she has 1,000 gold pieces on her in a wallet.
Kind of cheap, but I'll take what I can get.
So as you take the gold pieces, you get 1,000, and then another 1,000 appear.
All right. Time to go to that.
You learn the first ability of this legendary relic. The first ability is that this legendary relic doubles the amount of money you attain.
Oh, so when I get my 50 grand, I'm going to get 100,000.
Yep.
Arsene, your luck is turning around.
Oh, is it now? I smile.
Oh yeah, I'm sure if I flip the coin and I failed to call the head or tails game, this thing is gonna rob me blind.
We'll have to see, won't we, Mr. Arsene? For now, though,
Yeah.
you've got 2,000 gold, don't you? It is now 7:15.
Austin will call a cab.
The cab is going to
Or,
be. You were at the west half of Caribbean, so one, two, yeah, 100 gold pieces.
there you go.
As you get, so you pick up you get picked up by a cab. The cab driver turns around. So how can I help you today?
Can you take me all the way to the police department at the Gambino district? This is the address.
He takes it from you. Sure. Yeah, I got you, boss. He hands it back to you. He,
Thanks.
uh,
Question. Are cargo drivers in the city normally this short? I see a stack of books underneath.
So when he got into the cab, he notices that the cab driver is this sort of wow. The trading dummy has got many jobs. No, when he jumps into this cab has a hold on. I'm thinking of the color of the fur. Hold on. It has a black fur colored. These large, kind of yellow eyes, two of them bolted above this big old ball of fluff. Essentially what the training dummy kind of looked like. It has a small badge that says taxi driver on it, and it looks over when Arsene opens the door. Hey! Hello there, I'm your taxi driver.
Oh. Kid, you take me again. Like he does the same interaction, then he acts as like.
Yeah,
So like
he starts the car and begins to drive.
every taxi driver in the city. Like
No,
you?
no, actually, I'm only here as like a substitute, cause like the GM didn't have any character. Ow, ow, okay. I'm here because this is my job. Happy? You don't notice what went on, but you can tell something. Yeah.
Something fucky happened, but Austin is not the type of guy who calls it out. Like,
No, you couldn't tell something happened. All you hear was go, ow, okay, okay. It is my job.
gotcha.
This is my job and I like it. You just happen to be lucky today, I guess.
What do you mean by
How
that?
about you shut the fuck up?
Are you okay?
Sorry. Your Twitch audience is really pissing me off. He takes a hard right. Anyway, you just happen to be lucky today, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. Considering yesterday, I'm feeling much more luckier.
So, what do you need? While we get there, what are you doing over there?
Oh, going down, talk to the police. That's all. Solve a missing persons case.
Are you with the police? Is that why you got the mask on?
You ask a lot of questions for a gravity driver.
You're not answering a lot of questions as a driver, as a passenger. Come on, man. Just like half my job.
I don't recall that the passenger has to answer the cabbie.
There's like politeness, though, ain't it? Hold on. He honks really loud. Learn how to use your fucking turn lights, you dicks. I swear, the streets got terrible. Hey, have you heard the
There was no
news?
one there.
Huh?
There was no one there.
I wasn't asking you. Shut up. Now I'm asking you though, have you heard the news about Bishop Falcone?
No, but do go on. I'm interested.
Yeah. Bishop Falcone. Fear Shooter wants to find out if it's the training dummy or God possessing someone. Okay. Someone that works with God. Oh man, I love this. They're gonna love this all, dude. So anyway, what did you ask again, Danny?
Something about Bishop Falcone, and Austin kind of takes a peek at the drive holes, like the picture of the drive hole. And like I'm assuming like this place is kind of like New York, so
Yeah, it
behind
has
the
the
drive hole's
picture of
like
the license and everything. It's literally a picture of a yard ball that's colored black.
any picture of like like some
No,
truck drivers
you
have.
read the name. It just reads John space Doe. Uniquely though, the
Oh,
ID
what were you?
hold on. Uniquely though, the ID seems to come from a place called um Lucian Express.
Hmm. No, John Doe. You were saying about Bishop Falcone? Who's that exactly?
Oh yeah. He's a. I keep tabs on some of the fellows around the city. Uh, he he he's the bishop. He was the father at the only church in Travail. Now he's the bishop, and he's moving up in the world. I'm really happy for the guy.
Oh, a church, you say?
Yep.
Tell me, is it of the Orthodox faith?
Uh, I think it's of any other faith but the faith that Lance McKinley's currently helping. I think that's specifically what he said. He
Who
thinks
the
about.
hell's who the fuck is Lance McKinley?
Oh, that's a story that's just way too long for us. And hey, look, we're pulling up to our location, so it looks like you only got like one more question with me.
Yeah, I got only one more question. I don't know. I just feel like I need to ask this question.
What?
Takes out the picture of Myron. What does he have to do with the seventh diamond? This guy's image bothers me,
Oh, oh, I can't tell you that.
and I want a refund on my question.
It is God. No, it is. No, I mean, there's a lot of complications behind that, but no, I can't specifically tell you.
Okay, let me make it more specific then.
What?
This guy
Uh-huh.
right here, him and his friend took an artifact. Do
No, no,
they still have it?
I'm aware of the situations and the circumstances. I know everything that you were talking about and asking. I'm aware of it. I can't tell
They
you.
have the artifact.
Huh?
Do they have the artifact?
He looks at you up and down. I want 1,000 gold coins.
Yeah.
He
Get
takes it
1,000
from
gold coins?
He takes it from you. Also, I wouldn't keep robbing people you don't know. Terrible things happen to you when you don't know what you're fucking with.
Alright,
Also,
yeah.
yeah, the answer is yes.
Before Austin leaves, yeah, look, I would love not to steal from people who I'm currently working in finance with, but a fucking voice keeps reminding me I'm a thief, so how about you tell that voice to fuck off a couple of times?
Oh, hey, tell that voice that we got a 3 o'clock meeting with them. That keeps fucking bailing on me. And the GM would continue to bail on him. I can hear you! Shit. The cab door closes and he drives off. Mysteriously, as you watch it drive away, it just fades away. Arsene, you realize you're hungry.
It sounds like a Krispy Kreme's deal, but all the people in here.
But that nagging voice saved your ass, Mr. Thief. It is now. Well, 7:15. You traveled. It's about 8:40 now.
What's there to eat around here? So easy and cheap.
A pizzeria.
Huh. Excuse me, gentlemen. I wish to have a. I want half a pie, and a
So like
bottle of soda.
4 slices. Damn it! Why can't you just?
Yeah.
I look at you with a fake mustache as a GM. Like you couldn't just say 4 slices in a can, huh?
No, not a can. I need a bottle. How the hell is a can supposed to supply 4 slices?
Remove your New York card. Look, they're in New York. They're in the Gambino district, so I gotta say the slices here have to be popping. So I do agree. The slices are not 100 gold a slice, gold a slice. It's 75 a slice, and then it's for the bottle of soda. That's gonna be 80 gold pieces on top of that.
Let's see, 75, 125.
Times 4 slices. It's eight. It's 80. It's 380. It's 380.
Oh, 380. So that's 460.
No, 380 is the total because it's 4 slices.
Oh,
Then
that's a
the
full.
drink is yeah.
So 380 is the full price.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay. Welcome to
I have
welcome to
900.
Mario's and Luigi's Pizzeria, Papa Giri. We are a sister company.
Can I have 4 slices and a bottle of soda?
380.
There you go.
Half a pie and a bottle of soda. A bottle is the most New York thing I've heard. It really the fuck is. I swear to God, Danny. You couldn't be more New York if you didn't try that. Who the fuck orders that? I usually go for 3 slices and a can. Might as well get a whole pot. Anyway, you get your food. You get your grub on. The slices of pie. Or did you want anything on top of them? Like
No, just regular slices.
it satiates your hunger and temporarily gives what's it called? Arsene 10 HP as well as regenerating any of your AP. How big are these slices? I'm gonna say I pull up my measurement tape. Two, 3 inch slices. That's fair. No, no, 4 inch slices are bigger. They're tasty though. Nice and cheesy. Oily too. Just the kind of a heart stomping, adrenaline racing pizza you can expect. The time is now. The time is now after eating your meal. Like, do you eat all of it? Lance can't
Not
eat.
bad.
I can go for another bite.
I want some more.
So you go for some more. Until Lance is completely filled. It takes Lance until 10:10 to finally finish his meal and the bottle.
Arsene.
Arsene. It is still Monday.
Well, let's see. Our temporary HP up to 10.
Yep.
It's not 18 plus 10. It's just 10.
Yeah,
You know,
10.
8 plus 10.
Yeah, 10 first before your actual HP.
Gotcha. So Arsene looks towards the police station.
I'm gonna whoop out the. I weigh 385. I doubt I could eat 4 slices of New York pizza. I think I can take 3 slices down pretty well. 4 slices might be a little difficult. But like if I'm smoking and talking, oh no, I think I can fuck that up. I'm sorry, I'm a fat man and skinny. I'm a fat man and skinny skeleton. You know what I'm saying, line?
Yeah.
Hold on, I didn't want Nightfall. Bury the light deep within. There's no cast aside, there's no coming home. Sorry.
We're burning daylight in the way.
Alright, Arsene. This is the building you see. It basically looks exactly the same like the Travail Police Department because, I'm not gonna lie to you, the architectural design of this city's kind of copy and paste. But Mr. Dungeon shouldn't be. I will backhand you if you keep up with this.
Uh-huh.
At this time of day, there isn't anyone outside. The lights are on. There seems to be office activities within the office. Not many officers are in there. Is Falcone getting any profits from this pizzeria? The Falcones don't even know it. Or they're running the business. West Bay doesn't have a police station. They're not at West Bay. They're in the Market District. They're in the Gambino District, to be specific. So what does Arsene want to do? It's 10-10.
Well, first he needs a new face, so he needs to get a disguise.
Okay, so how does Arsene want to challenge Gambino? I swear, I'll put my foot through your ass. How do you want to attain your disguise?
Well, I guess that before Arsene had left the pizzeria, he would have taken the disguise of another patron.
No. We're already out the pizzeria. You didn't say it then.
Alright, fine. I guess he'll kind of like walk around the police station. You know, like you kind of make a huge square around the compass area, waiting to see like anybody he passes by.
You get no 500. You get nothing. You don't pass go. You pay your income taxes like the rest of us. Goodbye, Edmund. So yeah, go ahead. You know the song and drill. It's gonna be 11-10. You roll for intelligence checks to look for somebody to figure your disguise on. Who specifically are you looking for again?
I'm not looking for. I'm just looking for the first person. Anyone will do.
It's kind of late, so it takes a while anyway. I'd say it still takes 30 minutes. So from 10:10 to 10:40, you finally come across a lady who passes you.
And now Arsene looks like a lady. Dude looks like a lady. Down out.
She's got a little bit. She's packing a little bit more than you're interested in, though. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Awooga. Anyway, you look like a female. Hold on, you look like a female who's wearing a tank top workout uniform and a slim yoga pants.
Of course. What was she doing out in this time? Does she have any decency?
Straight shooter wants to give an advantage roll to the lady boy Arsene. That's fine. Arsene, you have an advantage. Lady boy Arsene, you have an advantage. Lady boy Arsene proceeds to.
I look like a fully perfect woman.
Lady boy Arsene
makes his way to the Campbell police station.
You enter. As you enter, most of the male staff eye you up and down. Like, whoa. Woof! You are clearly a 9 out of 10.
Did the guy mention the relic was being held?
Evidence locker.
Evidence locker. Ed goes like one of the officers. Excuse me.
No, you go. There's a reception desk that you go up to. Yes, the officer. Look at the man in his 45s, 46s. He's older. He looks at you enthusiastically. Oh, yeah, yes. How can I help you, young lady?
I got like two questions. Question number one: where's the evidence at local?
Huh. You have to
I
roll
know it's kind
charisma.
of weird and all.
You have to roll a charisma check, honey.
I get like an advantage, like.
You get a +2 because the +3 because you're attractive. Imagine you weren't. I play the sad accordion. You get a
That's
-3
six,
to the
seven,
roll.
eight. I thought. So do the people in time. I got an 8.
Okay. That's a weird question, honey, but it's in the backpack.
Oh,
The receptionist's a
oh, totally. Thanks. Thankies. Could you also tell me what's the nearest restroom? I kind of need to ditch this, you know.
I need to use the bathroom, says a normal human being.
Yeah, can you please point me to where the bathroom is, please?
Yeah, no worries. I can personally lead you myself, honey.
You're too much. You're like
Oh,
my
make a
dad's best
charisma check.
friend.
He notices something about your voice. Wait. Make a charisma check. You'll need to pass an 8.
Ah, shit. I've been bad. Can I junction?
Remember, people can see you. You never know who's an anima user.
I'm gonna use charisma and speed.
Okay, you heard it here, Chad. He has anima out.
What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with my voice. It must be imagination.
So go ahead, roll.
I already did.
Oh,
I rolled
six
a
and a
6 and a
7.
7.
13. Um, I guess I was hearing things.
Like, totally. So, where's that bathroom, please? I kinda need to go.
Right this way, honey. Come on, I'll show you. And he
Oh, thank you.
awkwardly grabs a little bit lower than you should your waistline.
Oh, aren't you such a playful guy?
He leads you through. Your anima's still showing.
Oh, I'll put that shit back in. In you go. Back in the pocket. No, in the pocket.
Your anima looks confused as you're a different gender as it disappears. You finally get led to the bathroom, right over here, honey. And if you need any more help, he winks. Just let me know.
Oh, why don't you come and give me some help? I must have misplaced something.
He looks to his left and right. I got 10 minutes.
Oh, trust me. 10 minutes is more than enough. Let's have some fun. Opens the women's door.
Yeah, no, he follows you in.
You go over to
The
the other
anima,
side of the room.
the father.
I'll lock the door.
Yeah, he goes to the bathroom, yeah. He's thinking he's getting.
When he gets to the bedroom,
Mhm.
Austin like lock the door.
All right. So we got exactly around. Maybe I might even
Fucking bum tackles him into the fucking this thing and starts strangling him.
make a strength check.
What was that?
Make a strength check.
I'm going to junction.
Okay.
Speed and strength.
Four and a 1.
Can I reroll that?
Why would I let you re-roll?
because I have a reroll for Ladyboy Arsene. He hasn't turned into a man back yet.
That's correct. You can go ahead and reroll.
Come on, Arsene, don't
Father,
fuck me
why
now.
are you living? Why are you on top of this man?
God damn it!
A 6. Yeah, no.
Oh,
The officer manages to throw you off. What the? Hey, hey, I like it rough, but not that rough, honey. Come on, we gotta start with the foreplay. He doesn't realize you're trying to kill him yet.
yeah, I noticed. Quick, what's on his belt?
Pistol.
Does he not have a taser?
I look at you, motherfuckingly.
Every police officer has a standard issue taser on their
I
side.
look at the camera, motherfuckingly. This is Spiral City, Jerry. We got guns and they got batons. They ain't got no stun guns. They beat crime. They rub their foreheads the old-fashioned way. His handcuffs on him. The man starts to work
Yes.
down his pants.
Whoa, before you do that, why don't you let me do that? And why don't we play with those cops real quick? I'll be the
Ooh.
bad girl riding on the good cop's lap.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, yeah.
Takes him to the stall. Takes him to the stall.
Uh-huh. He follows.
Takes the cuffs off, kind of like how you put it above his head.
Well, before you do so, he rolls roll a charisma check and he goes, "You sure it's just for the kid, right, honey?"
And I'm gonna junction again. We're on an enclosed room. I'm gonna keep junctioning. 7 and 7, 14. Yes, this is for the kinks. Sorry, I just have a thing about, taking the power away from old handsome men like you.
Ooh, I like that. And he gives up his hands. Father, please explain.
And handcuffs him.
He gets handcuffed above the stall. All right, I'm ready when you are. Come on.
Reaches down to pick up his pistol, turns back to Arsene, gun in his mouth. Yeah, no, none of that shit.
Oh.
You said the gun is in his mouth. Now, be a good boy. Blink twice if you said where the evidence locker was.
What?
No,
No,
sorry.
blink once, yes. Blink twice, no. And then ask yes/no questions.
Yeah, yes and no questions. Blink once for yes, blink twice for no. Is the evidence locker on this floor?
Blinks twice.
What floor is the evidence locker on the third floor?
Blinks twice.
Is the evidence locker on the basement?
Blinks.
Do you have access to the evidence locker?
Hold on. Blinks twice.
Is there anyone down there who could is there anyone down at the evidence locker?
He's. Hold on. Before you continue, I need to make a roll. Ah. So go ahead, just remind us of what the scene's going on so far for Mr. Arsene.
Oh, Arsene is sitting on the lap of a man who he's handcuffed, has a gun in his mouth, and demanding answers. Also, Arsene had to do the whole handcuffing himself to really sell the bit that he wants the woman to take the power away.
Editor's note: Arsene's anima is forever confused and took mental damage. That's not coming out with therapy, by the way. I point towards Arsene. That's just scarred. That's just emotional damage.
My
So what
wayward
was
son has so.
what was going on now with you?
Arsene's asking him, is there anyone who's guarding the evidence locker room?
Blinks.
Is there any extra security down there, like, say, a camera or two?
Blinks.
Did you really think you were gonna get laid?
Blinks. He
I love
slowly
your
blinked
honesty.
that last one.
I'm gonna make this quick forever. Can I snap his neck?
Yeah, you can snap his neck. You've actually noticed, just as you reach to snap his neck, that he's been trying badly to break out. He actually broke a bit of the cuff. Had he continued and you continue talking to him, he might have actually.
Oh, cute. Thank you for all the information.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but you're not my type. Takes his appearance. I'm just an officer of the law. You understand, right? Closes the door. Like,
Oh, he's already dead. Yeah, he's
make
already dead.
sure. Yeah, I know. But before Austin leaves, he props the body up so you can't see the legs, and make sure he locks the stove from the one side. And I want to put an out of order sign on it, but there wouldn't be such a thing. So he just has to go with that and leaves.
Yeah, you leave a do not disturb sign for the door, the toilet.
No, an out of order. Not do not disturb. Okay. Time to make my way to the basement.
Disguised as an officer, you look over the uniform ID at the very least, as you don't know the man's fucking name. Humphrey.
What was that?
Humphrey.
Humphrey, gotcha. Huh. He really was a Humphrey. Was a Humphrey. Oh.
The time is now 11:15.
Austin will proceed to make his way to the basement.
You make your way down to an elevator, click a button, and go down to the basement. When you arrive onto the basement floor, there is a small checkpoint and two double doors. There's a person sitting in the booth idling.
Yo,
Everything you see is behind gated a gates fence. You can't reach it, but you can definitely use your anima powers to swap through things. You can see that
yeah.
it's a further. You can see there's a further back room, but you can't see into it.
Hey,
To quote my boyfriend, so they have chosen death when Mario and Luigi. One second, please.
oh, that's a problem on no end.
Hmm.
It's a joke. When when Kalis gives you that look, it's a joke.
It's a joke. Okay. Sorry, I just need to gather my composure. I
Yeah,
have an 8, but I need to get this done.
yeah, we're almost done with this small little heist. You love me. Humphrey. What a stupid name. Totally not going to bite me in the ass later.
What name?
Humphrey.
Hmm.
It's not like he's a son of some kind of politician.
Sorry, Dance. Everything all right? Sorry, I just got a series of text messages I need to take.
Oh, it's still you?
Yeah, I'm so. Yeah, we're still here. I'm sorry. I had to take this. I'll talk to you later, Dance.